everyone, and welcome to the Medium Next Door, and my name is Bonnie Page. Thank you for all of you for tuning in today, and happy fall. It's a beautiful time of the year, and lots of new things coming up in fall, right? When the leaves start to shed their leaves and winter becomes, it's all just a brand new season, and it's kind of out with a lot of things that have been going on and just new things coming up. So we're all excited about that, right? So this time of the year, I get a lot of questions asked about being a psychic or a medium, right? Especially in Massachusetts, where a lot of people go to Salem, Mass to celebrate Halloween. And so I thought I'd go over a question that I was asked recently. I write a column for a couple of papers, and it's called Ask the Psychic Medium. So I thought I would share one of those with you today, and I hope that this helps you in some way make a decision about going for a reading, the difference between a psychic and a medium, and just give you some tips on how to get the best reading. A person wrote in, Michelle, said, my friends and I want to go for a reading, but we are not sure if we need a psychic reading or a medium. Can you tell me the difference between the two and what they offer? So this is from Michelle, and of course all of you out there today. So the difference between a psychic and a medium. Well, first let me tell you that a medium is always a psychic. So we are all born with psychic centers. We're all psychics. All of you out there today are psychics because you were born with the gift of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smell, right? 5 senses. And then your 6th sense being your intuition. So we are all come into this world with these psychic centers. And that's how psychics and mediums receive the information that they give to you. So a psychic is someone that actually perceives the energy around you or around your soul, could talk to your guide or your own higher self or the divine. I still call in the divine to do my psychic readings, and it's all about the energy and the things that are going on around you and in the future. But I don't like to say that we like to tell the future. And that is because if you go to a psychic or a card reading, anything like that, tarot cards, oracle cards, or just a psychic that's dealing just with you and your energy, she can very much, or he can tell you things or draw cards for you and see and get some ideas of what can be happening around you. But just know that nothing is written in stone, because we all have God's free will, and God doesn't take that away from anyone. So you could leave the psychic and change your mind about many things that are going on, and you have control of your life, and that could very much change the reading. Or how about if you go to a psychic and you want to know about your love life, and you're involved with someone else, and the psychic sees the relationship and she sees that it's going well, maybe even marriage down the road, but then the other person in the scenario, your boyfriend, fiance, the person you're in a relationship with, changes their mind, then it can change the whole reading, because the person that you're involved with also has that God's free will. So just know when you go to for a psychic reading that we can see many things that can happen around you, or what's been going on, or even a soul reading, what's been happening since you were young. But many things can change as well, okay? So one of the things I'm asked a lot is, what information can I receive from a psychic? So a psychic going around your energy field. We all have these auras around us, our energy fields, going into a person's energy field, and we can see certain things. So, and remember, you have this ability as well. It's just how you tend to build up your psychic centers or your psychic ability. It's very much like going to the gym and building up your biceps. You need to be in the gym and you need to be doing the work. So how do you build up these psychic centers? You could get into a circle with a lot of other people trying to build their psychic centers as well. It's called a circle. But there's other things that you could do as well to build up your psychic centers. So say you're going down the road and there's a green light, but you ask yourself if that light is going to turn red by the time you get there. So that's using your intuition. If you think it's going to and it does, then you know you're on track. Or the phone rings and you guess, or you know who is on it before you pick it up. So it's very much about playing with your psychic centers, which is your seeing, your hearing, your feeling. Going for a job interview and say, yes, I feel this is going to go well, and then see if it does. And if you do these little things day by day, your psychic centers will become stronger. But some things that you can ask a psychic when you're going for a psychic reading. And remember, every psychic, every medium, we all work a little bit differently. So find someone that you relate to. I do all this work for healing work, so I'm always saying a prayer to God, Jesus, and the angels before I do any work. But not everyone is like that, and you would want to find someone that you can relate to as well, because a reading, either psychic or a medium reading, can really stick in your energy, right? Especially I have people going to Salem, Mass, and some psychic or mediums don't do this full time, and they're in Salem, and it's more of an entertainment thing for a lot of people. But if somebody says something to you, it might really stick to you. I have a lot of people calling me up saying, can you help me to understand what my reading was about, or is this true? So be careful. Go to someone that you relate to for a psychic or a mediumship reading. So there's some things that a psychic can focus on for you. One of them being your career. Have you chosen the career that brings you happiness? Are you happy what you're currently doing as a job? Is it just a paycheck, or is it your passion? A psychic will go in and she'll be able to feel these things about a career or about a job. She should also, or he, be able to see if this is something that you really love doing, that you're meant to do for a long time, or it's just a job to get you to where you're going, or do you need a little more schooling to add to the job that you're doing now to move on to the next level. So, could there be more? Is there more finances coming in for you with this job, or is it just kind of flat for you? So just one of the questions, your career, your job. A lot of people come in and they want to know about their health, but a psychic or a medium is not a doctor, and we are very much not supposed to diagnose anything. Sometimes, we'll hear from the divine, oh yeah, they could be exercising a little bit more or drinking a little bit more water, or I'm also a Reiki master where you can actually scan the psychic centers and you can see, oh, you have a backache today, or oh, you're getting some headaches lately. And sometimes the spiritual world will give me something that will help either one of those. So don't let anyone diagnose you with anything, okay? And your soul's path. We all come down here with an idea. Our soul came down with a blueprint of what we wanted to accomplish in our lifetime. And usually that soul purpose was in order in some way to help others with the gift that we were born with. Everyone comes down here with different gifts. Some gifts people are given are singers or dancers or IT guys, or I used to say I waitressed and when I was younger, and I loved it. I loved connecting with the people. I loved putting a smile on their face. So it doesn't really matter which position you take as long as you're satisfying your soul's purpose of coming down here this time. You could have come down with the soul purpose to be a caregiver or a nurse or a doctor. But make sure you go within your heart to see if you're doing what you're really had chosen to do before you come down here. And a psychic medium can usually go in there and get a picture of, oh, I know that you would be good working with children, or I know you would be good working with the elderly. I know your soul wants to be in the arts. I see you dancing and singing. So ask about your soul's journey if you're unsure, okay? Love is a big one, right? You can go in, a psychic medium, to a person's energy, and you can actually see if they're happy in their love life. Is it joyous, or has it been there a long time and it's just getting a little stale? There's a lot of things in there you can see. Is there going to be a marriage? Is there going to be children? Is there someone tall, dark, and handsome waiting for that person, or a beautiful girl, whichever the case may be? We can get a feel for that. But remember, nothing's written in stone where it involves another person. You can very much see children in others' energy fields too. And if so, how many? Boys or girls? Grandchildren? So a psychic can tell you a lot of things, and sometimes they ask me about moving or retirement. So they can come in and saying, do you see me moving anytime soon? And really, it's just the psychic saying, let me see how that feels, and seeing if they see, hear, or feel anything with that question. So when you go in to see a psychic and you give them something to focus on, you're going to get the best reading. Retirement, is retirement coming soon? Do you see them retiring and then moving away or not? Finances, how is the money situation in their life at this time? And is there a way that they could improve that money flow coming into their life? Will money be coming to them? Is there an inheritance coming? But really, it's all about working with the energy field. It's not a scary thing. It's not fortune telling. It's really just seeing what's in their energy field at this time. Remember, things can change, but you guys can do this out there too. I always tell everybody, go into someone's soul, right? We're all souls. We're all souls having a human experience on earth this time. So if I want to see if someone's happy or what's on their mind, a lot of times I'll go right to their soul, which is right in their chest area, their heart, your soul's right there. You can do that as well. Start thinking of people not as their hair, their makeup, what they're wearing, what they're doing, what their job is, but as a soul. And you will start to appreciate one soul to another soul. And you'll see so much more things that lie within as opposed to being on the outside of a person. So you do that at home. Try to bring your energy to another soul, right? Could be your husband tonight, your wife, your child, and see what's going on around their energy center in their soul. And you'll see if someone's happy or they're not, or they need a little cheering up. It's a nice thing to do. Some people are having a hard day and they're still putting on a smile, but when you go into their soul, you can see they need a little uplifting. Okay? So you can very much tell what would make a person's life a little more content and if they're filling their life purpose. And really, it's just the psychic opening up to receiving the information the divine would like to share with them to bring healing. So that's a psychic reading. That's about the things that are happening in your life. If you are missing a person in heaven, that would be when you want to see a medium or a psychic medium, because the difference is just perceiving and receiving information, and a medium receives information from the divine. So every medium is a psychic. They do both receiving and perceiving, and a psychic is going to go in there and perceive what's going on. So if you needed a medium, that would be a medium that goes a little bit higher and can actually have a conversation with your loved one on the other side. Either your loved ones, your guides, your animals, whoever's around you in the spirit world. And sometimes you don't even know them. They can be from a generation back. You might have not even met them before, but they can be there with a message for you. So a medium is a person that can have that conversation with the person that you have been missing. And I truthfully used to think that that was so much more important than telling people about their job. But then I realized that they're so equally important, because if you're not happy down here and you need some help, it's just as important for that person to get help about life issues sometimes as it is to talk to someone who has passed for them. A medium starts a conversation with your loved one. And your loved one can very much give you some of the answers to the psychic questions that you have been asking in your own mind. But a medium to give you a message will really start with some basic information, so that at first you know who you're getting a message from. So please go to a medium that has been trained, that knows how to do this. So a medium would welcome a spirit down from, and it's really not that far. Mediums raise their vibration because the world is heavy, right? And the heaven's very light and fluffy, so they lower their vibration. We raise our vibration until the two meet. So the medium will be seeing either in her third eye. Sometimes we close our eyes for a moment to get a better view, but the medium will see a person coming through for you. They should be able to identify that person for you. What is this, a man or a woman coming through? The relationship of this person to you. Sometimes a name, sometimes not. Sometimes names are a little harder to get. But they should come in knowing who they want to talk to, even if it's in a group of many. And then a medium should be able to describe to you what this person looks like. Their color hair maybe, or their eyes, or some people are good at getting, oh, they were 6'1", or they were 5'1". Their weight, were they a little fluffy when they were here? How the person passed. This is all called evidence, so that you know who you're connecting to. How old was the person when they passed? And then the medium, or what I do, is show me your personality. Was this person quiet? Were they outgoing? Were they a businessman? Were they good at selling things? Are they great at talking? Did they wear glasses, hearing aids? It's little things, but it's the evidence that you're given, so you know 100% of the time who is the medium connecting you with. And you want to know that. You really do. The medium can just kind of like having a conversation with someone on the side. We very much talk telepathically to the person that's coming through. When a medium has a good link with someone in spirit for you, it's like they're sitting right next to us, or like we're having a cup of tea, right? That spirit can give you a memory, the favorite memory that they want to share with you, with the person that's sitting in front of you for the reading, okay? What signs are your loved ones sending you? They love to give you that, because everyone in heaven is trying to send you a sign. It would be like your parents going on vacation. The first thing they do when they get there is pick up the phone and let the kids know they're all right and they have arrived safely, right? So that's how it is for the people that we love that passed over. They so much want to communicate with us. They want to communicate with us as much as we want to communicate with them. They want us to know that they're okay, and they want to know that we're okay. So there are all kinds of signs out there to give you, so that conversation between the two of you can always be ongoing. Music, cardinals, numbers, knocking, smelling your grandpa's cigar, smelling your grandmother's perfume. Those are signs, but they're very much saying hello to you. And once you recognize them and you say, oh, hi, Grandma, it's you. I know, I'm smelling your perfume. The signs keep on coming. And it's very an ongoing conversation with them. So watch for the signs. And a medium should be able to tell you from asking the person in heaven, what are you sending them for a sign? What do they need to know? And then the message should really be about what comes from the person's heart. What does the person in heaven want their daughter, their loved one, their wife, their husband, their child to know? And that should be the heartfelt, whole conversation. Really is from the heart, that unconditional love that they have for you. And then really, as a medium, I just ask them, do you have any final thoughts? Is there anything else I can tell them for you? And lots of times they'll give me something that the person did that day. Like, let's see, I was doing a reading last week and I said to the lady, your dad's giving me a donut right in front of your face. And she said, oh, I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts and ate, oh wait, I even told her the donut, a glazed donut. She had stopped before her reading, had a donut, and the dad wanted her to know, I was with you at that exact moment. So keep in mind when you go for a reading, whether it's a psychic reading or a mediumship reading, that it contains a whole message for you. So please seek out someone that you trust. Because, you know, if somebody gets it wrong and you hear a message that doesn't really mean anything to you, it can leave you with a hole in your heart, and you don't want that. It's fun to, you know, go to Salem and have a good time at this time of the year, but remember to try to find someone that relates to you. So I really hope this has helped you today understand the difference between a psychic and a medium, and really what each person can give to you. So have a good psychic reading, have a great mediumship reading. Know that it's always done with love and healing, and enjoy getting a message, because it really can fill a space in your heart. It's so healing to know that the person that you love that has passed really is still living. That love never dies, that love is eternal, and they're very much watching over you, whether it's your retirement, your schooling, your love life, your loved ones are there. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll just see you next time. Thank you for joining in.